Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking about impact, getting into a better and more consistent impact position with this simple drill. If there's one position which is more important than any other, it's impact. But if you actually look at a still picture of a tour professional in the impact position, he's got his body or her body in a very strange position relative to the way that he started. And it's all about seeing, first of all, how close you can even get to that position and try to kind of drill your body into actually enjoying that position and wanting to get into that position perfectly naturally. And obviously it would be helpful if you could then drill yourself with an exercise that you could do daily or at least 2 or 3 times a week, just to keep the flexibility, the mobility that you'll need to actually get into the position. So I've thought up this pretty simple drill that you can do using a couple of sticks. I think we've all got these alignment sticks in the bag. If you haven't, then you can make somebody's day in a pro shop and go and buy a couple. So the first thing you want to do is just basically stick one stick into the ground at the angle that the club that you're wanting to use would sit in the address position, but pretty straight, so we're not actually having any kind of lean in the address position. You put then a second stick in the ground at the same angle, really not only where you actually would address the position with the grip end across from the inside of your lead thigh, but also a little bit higher than it would actually lie in the normal address position. When you actually swing the golf club, you're always going to get a little bit of droop, and you're always going to come with your hands a little bit higher in the impact position than you are actually in address. And only if you're really kind of doing a Rory and going into a really kind of sitting position and getting a lot of upper body bend will you actually get your hands back into the original position at impact. They're usually just above that, so the lower stick is a little bit higher. You want to then take the address position so you could really kind of address the club parallel to the lower stick, and the upper stick should be pointing more or less up towards kind of the end of your chest bone, right in the middle. And the very first thing you want to do is basically just see that you're actually getting a rotation going on that would basically go to this top stick. So what we're trying to do there is get this kind of parallel rotation in the shoulders. One of the things that a lot of people though don't kind of notice about the impact position is that the trail shoulder is actually a little deeper in the impact position as it was in the backswing position. So the lead shoulder is actually a little bit higher than the trail shoulder in the movement. So it's not actually a total symmetrical rotational movement that we're doing. And these sticks help me to kind of get a feeling for that. So what I'll then do is basically rotate with the left arm to the stick, to the upper stick, and the right arm to the lower stick. And you can see from the back camera there that I'm trying to kind of get my trail forearm on a line with this lower stick. So we're going, and then what you can do is actually hitch up the trail arm, and you can actually feel here the impact position. So this is where I'd like to be in impact. Now I can feel in my own body that I'm obviously not there, that my body is saying, well, it might be the right position, but I'm not going to be able to accomplish it. And really, I don't think if you're not playing the game every day of the week for a living, it's unlikely you're going to get into the position of a Rory McIlroy or a Jochen Niemann. But the closer you can kind of get in there and the less resistance that your body is giving you to this, the better it is. So again, if you can get your lead arm coming down in the extension of the upper stick, your trail arm coming down in the extension of the upper stick, then lead arm to upper stick, trail arm to lower stick, lead arm upper, trail arm lower, hitch the hand up, and that's the feeling you want at impact. And you should feel now that you're able to get the lead arm straighter on the club because you've actually got so much rotation here. Now, we haven't really talked about should you be thinking about your hip rotation here or your shoulder rotation. Now, I've shown a couple of drills to kind of get the hip rotation going. I don't like to kind of overcomplicate drills. On the contrary, if I can just basically stick these sticks in the ground and do a couple of warm-ups, and I'm not really thinking too much about exactly what it's going like. I get the feeling I'm getting the left shoulder down there, and I'm getting the right shoulder down. Obviously, there's more of a kind of a crunch in my trail side than there was in my lead side, that I can feel, but a lot of it is coming also because of this hip rotation, and you'll actually find that the hip rotation almost takes care of itself in this drill. All drills that you do are basically giving your body a feeling, and this feeling is something that you want to then be calling up when you hit a golf ball. So you could then, as a next step, start to just hit a couple of balls with the feeling that you're allowing your body to get into this position in the practice swing. But as soon as you've actually got a ball in front of your feet, try not to think too much about it, because this conscious thought about positions and turn, rotation, and that is just going to basically block your natural ability. And even if you're not in that position at impact, and you can now feel that you're not in that position at impact, you've got a way of practicing it. Top stick to the end of your chest bone, bottom stick a little bit above the normal address position of the iron or wood or whatever you're using at the time. Lead arm to upper stick, trail arm to lower stick, shorten the arm. That's the position you want. Stay in that position for about 12 seconds, and you'll actually find that your body starts to get a bit used to it as it starts to stretch out the muscles. You can even go into a stretch with a lower body, keeping the head down, and you can actually there intensify this stretch so that your body gets even more used to it. And then it's all about taking that feeling to the golf ball. Not an order or a command from the brain, simply a feeling. And if you've got that feeling and you trust that feeling, you should be able to hit a nice fat shot like that, which is always great at the end of a demonstration, because it means I've got to do it all over again or live with it. So I think we'll just live with it. Hope you liked it. Hope it helped you. If it did, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Don't forget that the little bell will give you notifications the next time that I post a video. Big thank you to all of my patrons who are supporting me on Patreon, helping me to get back a little bit more often by making a very small monthly donation to the channel. If you'd like to do that, there's a link below. Otherwise, keep well, look after yourselves, enjoy this season, and until the next time, bye-bye.